Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Simply Spooky with myself, with Viv, and little face down there. It's Jamie, and
Hello.
Jamie is going to be a regular on here at Things and Simply Simply Spooky. Because what we're doing, Jamie is, I don't know if you know Jamie. Jamie's actually a part of our paranormal investigation team. He's actually a member of Striking Midnight Paranormal, and now he's also a member of Simply Spooky on Things here, so great things to come from him, I'm sure. Now, when we left you last week, actually I wasn't here last week, Jamie stepped in for me, so you probably do know him anyway. So that was a pointless task, wasn't it? Pointless exercise.
Pretty much, mate, yeah.
Know him. But thanks, everybody. Hi, Chantel. I hope you're all good over there. Hope everything's fine and dandy. Hi, you there, Mr. Paranormal Consultant? I hope everything's good. Yeah, we're good here, thank you.
Hi, Matt. His name's Matt.
Oh, hi, Matt.
I know. So when last week we were meant to speak about, I think it was Chantel that actually put forward the idea of talking about parallel universes or multiverse. Yes.
Dan, before we go any further, right?
What?
I just want to put out some thoughts to everybody in Ukraine right now, and people in Kiev and the other Kiev place over there.
Also the Russian people, because the Russian people are not guilty of what's going on.
I'm just putting out some love to
you got
everyone
there before
involved.
I did, Viv, to be fair.
Yeah, and also on another note as well, I just want to say Happy Pancake Day, everybody!
I've over pancakes. I've OD'd on pancakes. That's all I've been
doing.
Dan,
I've had your share, mate. I must have had about 20.
I was showing it as well, Jay.
Oh, no. Can you see my double chins?
Yeah, that's when you get quadruple chins like me, because you got to worry. So, yeah, over here, I don't know if you guys celebrate over there in the States or even in South Africa, Chantel. I guess you probably do. But we have a thing called Pancake Day, which is...
Where's Chantel from? Is she South African?
She's South African. Yeah, don't you dare call her German.
Mate, that was, like you said, that was uncalled for, you know, or just... I was tired. I had a busy day at work, you know.
I know. We were interviewing the lovely, lovely Mary Wilhelmsen from Holland, and she lives in Arnhem. And, of course, anybody who knows a little bit of history, military history, will know that there was a big battle there between the Allied troops, the Red Beret paratroopers, and the German army. And, of course, you know, sometimes a lot of these... It's hard to say, to try and be diplomatic. Sometimes there's still quite a bit of bad feeling or negative feeling. But to call someone German who's actually Dutch didn't go down there. She was all right. She accepted.
She was all right, though, wasn't she?
Lovely lady. So anyway, we're going to move away from that. So we were going to talk about, multiverses, as Chantel suggested the other week. And we were going to talk about near-death experiences, or known as NDEs. And, of course, if anybody out there has had an NDE, please put it down in the comments, or even if you want to have a chat, just come on. Is that all right, Viv?
Yeah, of course.
And we'll get you on, and then we can have a chat with you about your NDE. So multiverses. Now, first of all, before we start, has everybody had a good week? Is everybody all right?
Busy, mate, really, to be fair.
That's
busy.
Good.
Got
That's
wet.
Good.
Got wet.
Yeah, so it's my day. Oh, I nearly had a death experience this morning going to work at 5:20 this morning in the pitch black in the pissing rain.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
My front brake is hydraulic and disc brake. Well, I was going downhill. I was like, I'll give it a bit of brake because it's a bit greasy, and I went, whoop, I've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. So that was my nearly death experience. And you know, there's a lane that I go like a bridle path, and I went round the corner down where the U hedge is, and it was like...
Long story, is it, Joe?
No, it's just give me a...
Hope you're all right, Matt.
So basically, something went in the river, and then when I looked down there was no one there. So it was like a massive bush.
That's not good.
That's the end,
then. Good. Is it?
Yeah, is that all right?
I feel you got another hour out of that. So,
hang on,
joke.
Dan.
What's the difference between I got it. What's the difference between an alligator and a crocodile? I used to know this. I think I knew it. Go on, Chantel. I'm waiting for this random joke. What is it?
I'm waiting.
She's not telling you.
That is the joke. That is it.
It's like the knock jokes, isn't it?
See you later, and one will see you in a while. Oh, for Pete's sake! I didn't even know I didn't know that joke. And now I wish I did. I don't know it now. I wish I didn't know it now. To be honest, Chantel.
So, Dan, how's your week been? Are you fully mended now?
Fully mended. I've got the green light from the old doc. So, yeah, that's all good. The leg is good, or the foot is good, so that's good. Yeah, but apart from that, a bit busy.
Do you have to wear your boot?
Mind you, no, it's come off. The boot
is off,
as they say. The boot is off, so that's all good.
Nice.
I was going to say it's been a bit of a busy week, but it's bloody Tuesday, isn't it? So it's not that far into it. So, but yeah, all right Tuesday. So far. The past week has been good. So you guys?
I've not been well at all for the last 2 days.
Haven't, have you?
Yeah, I went to Duxford with Tori for her birthday, and we took the baby, and he seemed to enjoy himself. But that was about it. So
they gave you food poisoning, did they?
No, I didn't eat anything at Duxford. I didn't eat anything all day. I had a McDonald's breakfast.
That's probably what did it then.
But then Andy had one as well, but he was. Thank you, Lois. She's so lovely, isn't she, Lois?
Yeah, look. Really. Thanks, Lois. I've done my hair. that one there, I did. I styled it for you.
Do you want some of mine?
I need some of yours, mate. So what I was going to say, for those guys out there that don't know what Duxford is, Duxford's like a big military air museum that we have over here in, it's between myself and Viv, sort of Hertfordshire, Cambridgeshire. So it's an absolutely fantastic museum. Lots and lots of good stuff in there, lots and lots of interesting stuff. And I think they've got a Concorde in there, haven't they?
They have, yes.
They have. It's a prototype. It's a prototype. It's not the Concorde.
No, and they've got haven't they got a
B-17?
A B-17?
Yeah.
B-52 they've got in there, haven't they? Which is really cool.
They got a lot of planes from Dan Air.
They have. The one infamous Dan Air.
And they've got some few bits from the Twin Towers as well, haven't they? Got a bit of metal.
Have they? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And the Berlin Wall. They've got a piece of the Berlin Wall in there.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
That's interesting. I like to go back. Last year about a year or so ago. Last time I went there.
I haven't been there for years.
I like to go and look at the American exhibits because the American exhibits. Kerry? The American exhibits that they've got in there are superb. And they've got like what were they called? A Huey, which is the American helicopter they used during the Vietnam conflict.
Oh, the Bell.
Those in there. Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
And they've got a vampire in there as well.
They have got a vampire in there, yeah.
I do like the vampire.
They've got a Lancaster as well in there.
They have got a Lancaster in there. They have. What's the famous one, the American one, the B-52 one? The
famous one is Blackbird.
B-17. The Blackbird.
No, that Blackbird. One. It's got. I think it's got on the. Hasn't it got on the front of it? It's been painted with.
Chief.
No, it's been painted with. I can't think of the name of that aircraft now. The famous one, the American one.
Oh,
excellent! Let's have a look at that, Kerry. Thank you.
Memphis Belle.
The Memphis Belle.
That's Sally B.
Kerry, put the link in the chat.
Sally B.
Put the link in the chat so we can
have a laugh at me.
Yeah.
Say hi.
No.
That'd be great if you could, Kerry, please. That'd be wonderful.
Lucas.
Hello, Lucas.
Say hello.
Hello.
Go and brush your teeth.
Hello, Lucas. How are you?
Good.
Good lad.
Lucas, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What do you know about parallel universe or multiverse?
Multiverse is.
Go on, say it. I don't even know, sir.
He does. I bet he does. He's just being shy.
Yeah. Go on in. Go and brush your teeth. Go on, go.
Go and brush your teeth. Good lad. Right. Shall we kick off then? Let's see what we... Oh, thank you, Kerry. That's very kind of you.
Away now. Go now.
Are you thinking about Warthog?
Yeah.
Teeth gone.
Kerry.
Hello, Ben.
Hiya, Ben. I hope you're good, buddy.
Hi, Ben.
All's well, your end. Who else have we got in the chat there this evening? Just go.
So, multiverse. Come on, Dan, kick this off.
Multiverse. The idea of the concept and the theory that there are many parallel universes that we can either dip in and out of, and I think that the physics now has come up with a sum that that they feel that they've got some kind of evidence that could possibly prove it, or certainly prove maybe one or two. But it's interesting. I was just reading that, and Chantel.
Yeah.
Oh, you're what we call over here, Chantel. You're an anorak.
I'm an anorak as well.
It means you're a nerd. So you're in good company because us three are exactly the same as you. So universes. I mean, or multi-universe. And of course, there's lots of interconnectivity with it as well, isn't there? Things like we have the Mandela effect, which has been put down as a consequence of. It's funny because I don't know. There's this school of thought at the moment regarding the Mandela effect as to whether it's people misremembering things, or whether it's multiverses bleeding through into each other. I don't know. I mean, I would say that a vast amount of it probably is misremembering, but there are things as well that I've seen, evidence that people have put forward, which I definitely don't remember, and yet they seem to say, well, this has been around forever. It's like, really? And of course, it was called the Mandela effect because people, when Nelson Mandela passed away, people swore that he'd already died, like years previous. So people had sort of different memories, and the human mind is a very, very weird and unusual thing, and it can, there's nothing as big a trickster as your own brain or mind, I don't think.
So basically, it's like deja vu.
Yeah, there you go.
That's how I got the grips of it.
Sorry, I'll just put Chantel on. The multiverse theory is like that every human's choice it makes in this world, the alternative choices he didn't but could have made is played out in another world. So, yeah, exactly. I don't know. I don't really know. Parallel universes. I think there's. Hiya, William.
Hi, William.
I think there's.
Go.
I can't say there's evidence, but I think for me there are things that are flagged up, which are very unusual. I mean, for example, now there's a guy in America called David Paulides, and he's an ex-cop, and he did research into missing 411, and what it was is that people in national parks right the way across North America were just going into the woods. They were even very close to their own family members, close to their friends, and then they would go missing without any kind of rhyme or reason as to where they'd gone. There was one instance of a child that was probably around about 10 feet away from his father and his family, hid behind a bush. His dad knew where he was, so his dad was quite content and happy that, he could play along with the game. And he wasn't worried that he was out of sight because he knew where he was. And then at the end of it, when the child didn't come forward, he went to look behind the bush and the child wasn't there. And then I think the child was there were a couple of hikers that saw what they said was quite a big creature, a biped, or that was hairy. So I'm guessing they're looking at Bigfoot that had a child, what the child carried over its shoulder. I don't know. I don't know. There's just lots of different theories and ideas as to what's going on out there.
But do you think the multiverse also? Well, you mentioned Bigfoot. I mean, they say that this thing is interdimensional, so it's choosing which universe it wants to be in at any particular time.
Okay.
So there's not just that, but cryptids as a whole.
Well, yeah, I think that they are. If they're anything, I think that they're multidimensional, and I think they're either coming through tears in the environment, or there's something to do with. I know it sounds mad, but there's something to do with UFOs, because a lot of the sightings now, I think there was in particular I think it was 2000, that there was a lot of cryptid activity. There were a lot of people seeing them, bumping into them, coming across them. But there was strange lights that were in the woods where these creatures were. And there was also believed to be alien craft above, or spacecraft, or whatever. Just unusual craft, UFOs.
ET coming through that like a portal or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily. Maybe that's the lights. It could be. It could be just a. I don't know. It could be a rip in the time continuum. It could be anything, couldn't it? It could be coming from anywhere. But yeah, it's quite odd. But I think that they started to crop up over here, believe it or not. In actual fact, the case of the family lost their children, they died. No more kids, the kids. Yeah, I saw that. I've seen that. There's one over here, isn't there, Lois? I think like that.
We've got another one before you carry on, Dan.
Remember the story about the plane that took off for Falkland? Yeah, that was a load of old rubbish, Chantel. That was just that was nonsense. That one. I looked into that because I did believe. Yeah, there you go. Eventually proven a hoax. I looked into that years and years ago when it first sort of surfaced, and researched it, and it was just a load of nonsense.
What about the recent one, Dan?
The plane.
What recent one?
The one, I can't remember where it flew from, but when it went into somewhere, in the sea, and it lost all the beacon, it lost its navigation, and it couldn't get picked up on the radar.
Found it, have they?
Can't hear.
So Dad's not going to eat, so you'll eat, won't you?
Yeah, you might be having audible problems.
Can't hear you.
You'll eat the trifle, won't you?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's
okay.
I can hear you now.
TV, yeah, probably is. The one about the recent airplane, I don't know. The Malaysia one, I think that's the one that he's on about.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry.
I think, I don't know. It's all supposition, isn't it? It's all theory and supposition as to what happens.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just vacating.
It's being kicked out.
We have something over here called Will-o'-the-Wisp, which is ancient, which is a light that is in the forest. And if you follow the light, it will eventually take you to your death. It used to draw people into the woods and into the bogs, and people used to get lost.
MH370.
Yeah.
That's the one.
I wouldn't know because, like everything, it's all supposition, isn't it? It's theory and.
Didn't they find? They found parts of that plane in bits up by Australia, didn't they? They found
no, I don't
wreckage.
think they found anything. Did they? They found bits of a plane, but I don't think it might have been. I'm not.
I think it was wreckage. They never found the black box, though. That was something that they never picked up on. But they found plane wreckage. But anyway.
But the thing that made me sit up and take notice of things like cryptids is because the thing that made me sit up and take notice of cryptids was the fact that Bigfoot started showing up over here in places like Cannock Chase and the Highlands of Scotland. And, I was like, we haven't got enough land maps here. But then I looked into it and I researched it and I looked into a couple of people that had done their research prior to me.
Yeah.
And one of them, I can't think of the chap's name now, but he'd come up and he said, there's something like 6.5% urbanisation in Great Britain. The rest of it is sort of open land, and a vast amount of it is wilderness. So maybe you could. But also I thought, even though this is quite a small island, and something like Cannock Chase is quite a small area, because the cryptids there are not just Bigfoot, but they've also seen things like dogmen there and spirits and what have you. I think that it could be dimensional. They could be popping in and out, and that's why people aren't finding them or seeing them, because they're there 1 minute and through the void the next.
I want to mention the Bermuda Triangle because lots of things happened over that airspace. And do you think, Dan and Jamie, that the Bermuda Triangle could be a portal or an interdimensional area where things just disappear and then reappear years later?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what, Lois? I'm getting to like stuff with you. I've never really been into it, and I'm still never that into it as I could be with my parent or about the ghost and stuff. But there is intriguing things. I think the whole idea and the concept of cryptids have made my ears prick up and made me interested because I like the idea of cryptids.
And the Bermuda Triangle, Dan?
Bollocks, isn't it?
Do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that's said to have gone missing in the Bermuda Triangle that they've actually found. Bits and bobs, not everything, but bits. I don't know. I don't know whether it's weather conditions. I mean, all I can do is
wormhole. Yeah.
All I can do is it's supposition. I can't
explain it.
No, I can't. No, I can't.
Okay, right, guys.
I don't know enough about it to make an intelligent guess.
I can't.
Guys, we've got a visitor that's popping in. I want everyone to give this guy a really big welcome and say hello to Bill.
Hello, Bill. How are you?
Hi, Bill.
Hola.
How you doing?
Hola, indeed.
Doing good. Just like I said, I was summoned, so I figured I would pop on and see how I could entertain today.
Multiverse. What do you think?
Multiverse. What the hell is a multiverse?
Parallel universe.
Oh, now see that? Okay, parallel universes. Now to me, that is also kind of fades into the other dimensions also, like dimensional. Dimensional can also be a parallel. But yeah, I believe there's some weirdo like me sitting somewhere else with $1 billion and on his gold porcelain throne, telling people what to do. Yeah, I can see that.
It sounds like Dan.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I think
he's just my doppelganger. He's just
crap in any universe.
Dan is just my doppelganger. Is all it is. You know.
There you go.
That's the reason why I had to shave the beard and everything, so we wouldn't look alike.
You could be like
each other.
Yeah, you could be like brothers. Looking
close,
at a pair of you.
Close.
We are twins.
Twins.
Twins by different mothers.
From another mother. That's what they say.
Sean Taylor, you seeing this?
Twins from another mother. The Twilight Zone, right? But anyway, parallel universes. Yes, I do really. I think it's possible. I really do, because, well, y'all kind of know how I think anyways. I keep an open mind toward everything. And that's how come I've gotten in so much trouble that I have. But anyways, on that note, parallel, I haven't seen proof of it, but I'm not saying it can't be.
Put your jammers on.
Because years ago, people wouldn't have thought about other dimensions.
But there's been photographs of people that call themselves time travelers, very famous photographs where they're set in the 1920s, and in the crowd there's somebody with a mobile phone.
But
that's not a mobile phone, though, is it? They found out that it's something entirely different.
I mean, I was scratching my head and they thought I had a telephone. A cell phone,
exactly. Exactly.
But
well, they're dressed in a modern T-shirt and a pair of jeans, and everybody else is dressed differently.
Just because it was 1930 and I had a Zeppelin shirt on, I mean, I'm sorry. That wasn't for Led Zeppelin. That was for the Zeppelin. Yeah. But no, all kidding aside, Viv. On that note, I will. Now, this is my thinking, of course, and like I tell people, you know, I just throw things out there, if nothing else, to make you think and prove me wrong. But you were talking about parallel universe.
Mm-hmm.
Then you threw in the thing about the time traveling and parallel universe, two different critters altogether.
Yeah.
Because time travel is happening in your dimension.
Yeah.
In your space. Now, you have a traveler from another dimension. And there again, like I said, to me, a parallel universe would be another dimension. Because to me, dimension, that is kind of a term sort of like paranormal is.
Yeah.
Paranormal consists of so many different things, not just ghost. Dimensional travel to me means many things besides just a parallel universe or a complete different dimension where we got a one-eyed monster over there about to eat everybody. You know, it's just.
I got a question for you, Bill, then.
Yeah.
This is going to be controversial, so please forgive me.
Well, I'll put it like this. You know, if you I put it like this, you can ask me anything you want. Just watch what you ask me and how you ask it.
Okay. So I want your thoughts. Do you think that demonic or bad entities could use this parallel dimension also? I mean, are they coming from there over here, do you think, to do what they want to do and then go back? Or because where do they go once they've done their deed here or tried to do their thing? Where are they going to? Are they using this other dimension? Or
well, saying that demons use portals to come over, that would automatically make them interdimensional.
Right.
Because otherwise it wouldn't need a portal if it was from this planet, from this plane.
Yeah.
But there again, I do think some demons are from this plane. There again, demons is, let me stress this. Thank you, Zach Baggins. Demons have never been a human being.
No.
Because people go, I saw this demon and he was and had a face like, and it was you. It wasn't no demon. I'm sorry. It might have been an evil person. Because if they were evil when they were alive, chances are they're going to be evil in their energies, period. So, and there again, a lot of times too, I don't like using the word ghost. I'd rather use energies because that is really what it is.
Yeah.
Energies.
So, that's Bill, why don't you like the word ghost? Surely you've got an explanatory for it.
It's just a term that was thrown up to give these vapors and mist and shapes, different things you see, a name. I would rather call it a spirit than a ghost.
Well, yeah.
I think the terminology is banded about to the point where you can use people use it as interchangeable, but to me, a ghost is something like a place memory. So it's a piece of information in the environment that plays itself out, so it's recorded. So it's just a ghost of something. It's just a memory.
No, just a memory of something, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, see what that is. That's the stone tape theory.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's just that. What that is. That is more of an etching into an item, and like crystal. That would ghost is what you would see coming from that. Like the figures and stuff, people call that a ghost.
It's a ghost. I don't know what you're on about. Place memory is a ghost, Bill.
Well, then you've actually got true energies, though, that show themselves, and people call those
That's
ghosts
what I just
also.
said. True energy is an intelligent being that can interact with its environment.
But they still call it a ghost. That's
what I said. It's
ghost is just an easy term to explain these identities that you can't explain. It's just an easy way to say that. And if that's the way you were trying to say it, Dan, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's just a slang term is what it is.
William Southey's asked, what are demons?
What are demons? Demons
What are demons?
What are demons?
I don't. Sorry.
Just are. They are. They are what they are, so to speak.
Okay. What are demons? Okay, this is what I was taught. And this is coming from.
Believe in any of it, Chantel.
Do what? Oh, let me read what Chantel even says.
Sorry. Chantel asked a question about, so how can you believe in cryptids, elementals, etc., but not believe in triangle theories, etc.? I don't believe or disbelieve. These are just theories. That's all they are. I mean, with spirits, I believe. But I'm not saying that I don't believe. I'm just saying that I don't know, really.
It just gets... Well, I don't know. That's why... I kind of stay out, if you know what I mean. If you don't, I've always said that if you believe in something, then you'll explain it a little bit more. But if you don't know, then that's why I always keep out. Because you don't know what
belief. Look at religion.
Can't explain it. That's why I just
But now things that I stand by and everything is things that have come up and slapped me in the face, because like I tell people, the teams I don't actually have a team anymore that I'm with, simply because I just visit teams. They ask me to come visit them on certain things, to do certain things, or just because I am the debunker. I do paranormal investigations scientifically and practically. I'm certified in both of them. There again, you don't say I said I had a diploma in it, because nobody is an expert in that. But I do have certifications that I have gone through certain classes that explain these things the best they can. And this is from different people, and it's through a school. So, but things that I like the Bermuda Triangle. Let's go that one. I'll go that one. In a way, I kind of agree with Dan, but there is a thing there in the Bermuda Triangle that causes the problems. If you check, the Bermuda Triangle is on the ley lines. Being on the ley lines, there is a magnetic force on these ley lines. When the planes and stuff go over it, most navigational equipment is done by magnetic. So when they go over this area, the compasses start spinning, or on airplanes just don't do it. And then they crash. Okay, fine. Maybe they didn't crash in the Bermuda Triangle, but they got so far knocked off course that when they did crash, nobody even knows where to even start looking.
Yeah.
To me, that's the Bermuda Triangle. Otherwise, now if you want to talk about that big monster that lives there, that's Ken the Nessie, now I'll talk about him. I've shook his hand. Well, Finn, he's pretty cool. He's more like one of the dragons from the China Triangle. Is it China Triangle or the Japanese Triangle? Japanese Triangle.
I have no idea about that.
But they've got a triangle. They've got a triangle over there also, like Devil's Triangle. That is like the Bermuda Triangle. What it is all these things are on ley lines. If you check them out, you'll see. That's the reason why when I hear something, it's like, okay, fine. I go and I check it out like you do, Dan. And then I stand by it. But like I tell people, I'm not trying to influence them and make them believe. I'm wanting them to think. And for them to find out. And if they find out that I am wrong, believe me, I've got a thick skin.
But that's your opinion. Come back. No, isn't it,
No, Jay, that's not it. Come back and tell me with your proof.
Yeah.
If you got the proof and you can show me,
exactly,
you can swing the way I think. I mean, that's the reason why I stay open-minded. I've already changed my mind 4 or 5 times during this show right here. So, it's you're always learning. You're always learning. And I keep my mind open, because a closed-minded person, well, there's different ones. You've got ignorant ones, which ignorance is okay. Ignorance is bliss, but it can be taught and educated.
It doesn't get you anywhere, though, does it?
Well, sometimes it does. Sometimes it does.
William says they're called skeptics.
I'm a skeptic. I am. I'm a skeptic. What is called a skeptic believer, because I have actually seen. I know. But yet, I'm still going to debunk it if I can.
Yeah. That's what I was going to
say. That's me. That's me, Shanta. That's the way I do it. But now, if something comes back, though, that I cannot explain, I'm going to tell you real quick. No, you got one right there.
Yeah. Exactly.
You've got something right there, and I would like to go a little bit further and try to find out what it is.
Exactly. Hi, Von. It's like I say, I don't understand.
Hi, Von.
Hey, Von.
Yeah, I believe in the idea. I believe in the theories. Theories, aren't they?
Go ahead, Dan.
I can't tell somebody whether something's factual or not if I don't have evidence either way. So all I say is, look, I don't know. The theories.
Well, I tell people, it's like, well, this is what I've heard, and this is what is said. This is what I think.
Hi, Gary.
Yeah,
but I'm not saying it's it. I haven't actually held it in my hand or seen it.
Exactly.
So I can't tell you for sure.
Exactly.
But this is
it's the same with ghosts or spirits, or call them what you will. When people say to me, well, what do you think it is? And I say to people, well, honestly, I've got no idea. There's
something
lots of theories and ideas. Something I can't explain right now. I can't, unless I've got it in a bottle and I can prod it and I can poke it and I can take it apart and look at it. I'm not going to have any idea of what it is.
I said, unless it comes up and slaps me upside the head, hey.
Absolutely.
I'm the same as well, to be fair.
But I would in no way diminish other people's experiences.
Well,
because I've had similar experiences, and for me, they're very real, and for me, they're true, and that's why I'll always accept.
And everybody theories. Everybody can feel different things, because there's been a lot of times I've gone to places and it's like, man, this place is a joke. And I've walked away and I've come back here to the house, got on the computer, brought up Audacity or one of my audio things. And because I constantly walk around with a tape recorder, actually going, actually going. And I hear people talking and stuff, but I can also listen to back in the background too, because what I'll do is I'll bring it up, slow it down, take things out and all this to where I can hear certain things.
Yeah.
But then I also have another one that on EVP sessions, I can do it, and it's a quiet one. It's a control one. But this one up here, I let it run. I just let it run. Because there's been times I've come back with my little hero cam or, the little camera on my hat. I'll have it. or on my vest somewhere. It'll be somewhere on me, but it'll be just that little hero cam,
Yeah.
Hey, it's 1080 DPI color. I mean, it's got great sound. I mean, got good sound, but hey, why not use it? It was free. But anyways,
free's always good.
I'm trying. I'm getting one converted now for where they're taking the stuff off the lens, so it'll be a full spectrum hero cam. That way, I can do it, and it'll be just kind of pinkish look all the time. But it'll catch things that the regular one won't. But anyway, like I was saying, I'll come back and I'll watch stuff, listen to stuff, and see stuff. It's like, wow, I never saw that. And, I never saw that happening. And then because there's sometimes things can show themselves that the eye cannot see.
We've had that, haven't we, Dan?
But yet the cameras can. That's the reason why when I carry a video camera, I have a digital camera. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I carry it on my 35 millimeter. It goes as a video also with sound and all that. But I've also got one of the old 8 millimeter tape cameras. It catches things that a digital won't catch.
Yeah.
Really?
Is that something to do with the magnetic? Yeah. It's something to do with the magnetic
cabinet tape.
Tapes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's the same with voice recorders.
Because digital is done on a memory chip.
Mm.
Quartz. It's done on quartz. Where an analog camera, but let's just say a tape camera, is a magnetic head putting on bits onto a iron-coated tape. And that will cause things to be picked up that the digital won't pick up.
Oh, do you know what, William?
Okay.
Sometimes your third eye is not the best thing to use because you can get scared. I have been scared, and in fact, it wasn't my third eye because Dan actually witnessed what the same thing I witnessed. I saw 4, he saw 1.
No, I saw 3, didn't I?
Oh, you saw 3.
Yeah,
and it's Okay, let's just.
But it could have been the same one.
Yeah.
You know what? It's the most scariest thing I've ever had happened, but that's another story.
I wound up having to learn how to open my mind because somebody stuck me in the third eye with a stick when I was younger. So it kind of got blinded. So now I have to just open up my mind and.
I wouldn't even begin to open the third eye, to be honest with you. I have trouble opening both my normal eyes, let alone the
Which
third.
one? Oh, the one at the top, or the one because it looks at the back on the back shelf on the bottom. There looks like something's looking towards the window. Looks a bit like with the hairstyle.
Are you talking about my room now?
Chantel's on about my head, doesn't it?
Oh, you're talking about in my room.
It looks like Ed Sheeran looking out towards the window.
Oh, I see it.
Can you see that?
I see that one. Yeah.
It looks like a what looking out the window?
Ed Sheeran's head. The singer Ed Sheeran.
Yeah,
I don't know who that is. Okay, I don't know who that is. I don't see nothing looking out toward the window. That's what's getting me.
And it's got a head on the front, the top shelf. With
it's got a head, and then
is it up there where the goat's head is?
No, it's down.
That's the only shelf. Well, that's the only shelf in this room.
What's the one down below?
Oh,
down
this
below.
stuff.
Yeah.
Which one are you looking at?
Right at the very end.
Right
no,
there.
The other end.
Yeah.
The other end.
Way down there.
Well,
yeah, that's it. There's Ed Sheeran.
Right there.
I wouldn't have a clue how to use
no, that's
William. I really wouldn't.
Oh, that's a were chicken.
Oh, right.
That's a were chicken. Yeah.
Ed Sheeran, the were chicken.
Well, you know what a werewolf. You know what a werewolf is, right? A
human
that turns into, you know what a werewolf is, right? Oh, a human that turns into a wolf, right?
Yeah.
This is a were. This is a were chicken.
Were chicken.
Okay.
It's a human that turns into a chicken.
Looks like Ed Sheeran.
Do I need to take it out and let you look at it?
No, leave him there.
I can do it. I mean, it's not that hard. But it is a were chicken. It's got a beak and everything. It's got a human face on one side and it transforming into a chicken face on the other side.
See, that's not what's freaking me out. It's that bloody great black shadow behind you.
There is one behind you.
Yeah.
I know. There's a spirit in this house. I can't see it right now. Oh, my cam, I can't see it.
It's the other side of the curtain.
I was only turned around. I was unwinding him up.
Oh, you talking about that black head right there?
No, there's a shadow
right there
behind you. Yeah, that's it there.
That's not a shadow. That's not a shadow. That's a gimp mask.
Don't tell Dan he'd want to borrow it.
Oh, I've got my own.
Yeah, that's a gimp mask is what that is.
Right. Listen, guys, we're halfway through, so let's change the subject now. So
yes, let's change. Okay. Matter of fact, I tell you what, I'm going to leave.
Okay.
And I'm just going to sit back and I'm going to listen. And y'all were having such a great
show.
Actually,
stay there for a minute. Stay there for a minute because we're going to talk about near-death experiences.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to. You can go if you want. We don't mind.
So excited. So excited about it, Bill.
I'm
not, Bill.
I was actually looking forward to getting off.
You can if you want to.
Leaving the studio. I mean,
that's all right, mate. Yeah, whatever you.
Because y'all were having, and I feel like and I didn't want to jump in on. And
we don't mind. We don't mind.
Well, I mean, if y'all didn't want people just to jump in, you wouldn't have a link down there at the bottom to hit it.
I wouldn't have a clue.
Well, nobody else is coming, so
I'll sit here. I'll sit here until somebody else decides to come in. I will.
Yeah, you be a good boy and just stay where you
are. I'll just sit here.
Sit in your corner.
Dan's doppelganger down there.
Yeah.
Drink my orange pineapple juice.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Oh, God, it's so good. Better than sex.
I wouldn't know. It's been so long.
I was going to say at my age, that's what I'm saying, At my age, it's better than that, But Dan would be my doppelganger because I guarantee you I'm older than Dan.
Is he your son then?
20s.
Hey, I'll put it like this. I put it like this. When God said, "Let there be light," I pulled the string. Beat that one.
And then you heard the flush.
Yeah.
Hey, what can I say, And I tried to tell Noah. That boat wouldn't pull skiers, but he just wouldn't listen to me.
Good old Noah.
Right, so near-death experiences. What can they be? Why are they all so different? Dan, thoughts?
They seem to, irrespective of the culture, and we're looking cross cultures and historically as well throughout the ages. They've only really been recorded, as far as I know, sort of
recently.
Sort of mid-century, mid-1900s, right the way through, haven't they?
Recently.
And very recently. And they seem to follow the similar pattern, even though that the energies that they perceive to meet on the way might be different, or the environment they reach might be different. They all seem to follow a similar pattern. What was I looking at today?
Yeah.
There was something today that I was looking at that they discovered. They could look into the memory of a dying person. I don't know how they've done it. It's science somehow. But they've worked out that they record the person's life flashing in front of them by recording off of them. I don't know how they've done it, but recording off of their memory. So they believe that could be it. Your life flashing before you could be a very real thing, and that could be part and parcel of the near-death experience. But it doesn't.
I've had that.
For some of the things I've seen, though, Viv.
My life flashed before me, but I didn't die or was never put in that situation. It was on a motor accident that couldn't have been avoided. But what happened was the Arctic that was coming towards me, or the Americans call it a semi, on its side, I reared into the grass verge, and it missed me by inches. But before, as I see it coming towards me, for a split second, I blacked out, and I could see my kids, and I could see Andy, and a quick flash of all my pets, and then bang, I was back where I was, sitting in the grass verge, shaking, and the car behind me was just behind me in the grass verge, and he was shaking as well because he got out of the car to see if I was okay. The Arctic managed to get it back again and was halfway down the road. He didn't even bloody stop, you know. So, so I don't know. I mean, that was just my experience. I did think I was going to die at that split second. I thought that was it. I'm done for, but I'm still here.
Yeah, it is intriguing. It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, I was with my dad when he was dying, and this was a couple of days prior to him dying, and then sort of the day before he died, and he was getting kind of irate with me because, and my brother as well, we were either side of him at the bed, and he was getting irate because, I mean, we knew that he was dying, because he could see things clearly that we couldn't see.
Yeah.
He saw his mother at the end of the bed, his family.
Hi, Ryan.
Hiya, Ryan.
Hi, Ryan.
Yeah, he saw his mum at the end of the bed, members of his family.
Hi, Kerry.
And he also saw Gates.
Did he really?
Big golden gates. He saw big golden gates, and he was pointing up, and he was saying to us there, and we're like, "What?"
I can't see it.
In the end, we cottoned on. So we're like, yeah, beautiful, absolutely amazing, yeah, beautiful. And then I did some work for a surgeon a few years later. I worked for this surgeon for about a month doing bits for him, and he turned out that he'd been involved in recording a lot of these near-death experiences, and he said they followed the similar pattern. I've got a couple of books that he gave me over here somewhere. I'll read them out, and I explained to him what my dad had gone through, and the surgeon said, "Yeah, it's very real." He said, "It's very real." He said, "There's no doubt that what your father was seeing is credible."
Yeah.
He said. They did this thing. He used to do tours of the world where he would, they would do, they would have massive meetings. You know, all these different medical technicians and what have you, surgeons and what have you, and they would talk about near-death experiences because it really snowballed. It really got big time. You know, and he said that there were people that he operated on that had passed away, or people that he was working on that had heart attacks at the time and passed away.
Wow.
And then when he brought him back, they could tell him exactly what was going on at the time that they were meant to be dead.
Really?
You know?
Bill,
Bill,
have you come across anything like that at all?
Well, you know, I was going to say I've had my life flash before my eyes before, and then Dad turned off the movie camera and kind of went away. But saw all my pets and everything, but Dad clicked and on came the lights and they were gone. But this near-death experience, there's many forms too that it can, because I noticed somebody said something about Chantel said something about the bright light.
Yeah.
Chantel, stay off the train tracks. That's all I can say. Stay off the train tracks.
That's right.
Don't go into the tunnel. Don't do it.
Yeah, slow
motion.
No,
all kidding aside, though, but there's different forms like seeing your life flash before your eyes, and then everything's good. The astral projection, floating over your body, watching your dead body lay there as things, because a lot of people that go through surgery, they talk about that, like Dan was talking about how the doctors talk. That
HRT, love. That's all I can say. Brilliant stuff.
Are you sure? Okay. Is it now like me? Is it menopause or mental pause?
Mental pause.
I go through mental pause quite often.
That's a man thing, isn't it? Mental pause.
That's a person thing. It can happen to anybody, except for ones that ain't got that's not mental. Then it can't happen to them. But astral projection, you know, like Dan was saying, that doctors talk about it, but people have talked about that they've sit there and floated above their dead body while the doctors try to bring them back, hitting them with the paddles and everything else. And then next thing you know, they're back. And they see a bright light, but that's that big light hanging above them that the surgeons are using.
Yeah.
But then you have others who talk about seeing a bright light, going, like your dad said, going up a stairway to a Gates. Last time I saw Gates, it was at jail. But anyways, just wrong kind of Gates. But
I'm going to tell you about my friend.
That as well, Von. That as well, incredible.
But bright lights, I mean, they see these things, and they see, like I saw my grandmother that died 50 years ago, saw Aunt Betty that died. And they actually saw these people, and then all of a sudden, now they're back.
Now,
so
let me tell you
about it.
Let me tell you about my friend. I'm not going to mention his name, but those closest to me will know who he is. He had a car accident, and he died on the scene. They pronounced him dead on scene. They tried to get him back. He died on scene. He was put in an ambulance and taken a slow drive to the hospital. He was already dead. Yeah. They pronounced him dead. He got to the hospital. They got him on a gurney. They waited for a porter, and the porter was taking him down to the morgue. Now, he had been dead.
I think you mentioned this once before, Viv. Go ahead.
He'd been dead 15 minutes. 15 minutes pronounced dead.
That poor porter.
And while he was being wheeled to the morgue, he sat up. I mean, at this point, he's already naked underneath a white sheet. And
I would have been started feeling.
And they'd already put the tag on his toe. He did tell me that the tag was already on his toe. They have a tag on his wrist. They had a tag on his toe. And
toe tag, yeah.
Why'd they put a tag on his toe then?
That's over here in the U.S. Over here in the U.S., when you go to the morgue, you get a toe tag. It has your name on it.
In the freezer, you'll be in the freezer, toe end sticking out first, so they can just open the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so he sat up. He opened his eyes and just saw the sheet over him. And he sat up and looked at the poor porter. And he said he would think he was Filipino or Chinese or somebody. He sat up, saw the porter at the end pushing the trolley. And the first words out of his mouth was, "Who the fuck are you?" And the porter, literally scared to death, just pushed the trolley away and ran back through the corridor. And obviously got help. And in that time, my friend just tried to get off the trolley and wrap the sheet around him. And then there was all these people crowded around him.
It's a miracle.
Because they couldn't believe it, that he was sitting up in, and they sat him in a wheelchair.
Mr. Messiah, no.
No, I mean, he did tell me.
Hey, he rose from the dead. Why not?
I said to him, why, what did you see? Did you see a bright light? What did you see? And he said he saw nothing but darkness. There was no bright light. There was no bright light. He didn't see anything else, but he heard his dead sister's voice at some point, put her hand into his hand, and she said, "You need to come with me." Wow. And that's all she said. And he felt her pull him, and that was it. And he was sitting up on that trolley. But he did not see any white light that go to the white light. Didn't see any of that. He said it was pitch black, like nothing.
Yeah.
See, now I had a near-death experience one time, and this is no joke. This is a real one. When I was younger, my dad was a barber. And this is just real quick on that. I mean, really, him being a barber doesn't really have much to do with it, except for he was a barber making money and stuff. And his little habit toward about midlife was that he would buy motels, fix them up, and then sell them. And we were up in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, which is a mountain town, very beautiful place. He was checking out a motel, and it was me and my mother. We were out in the swimming pool because we were staying there for a week while they checked out the motel, and we wound up buying it, but and then selling it. But I actually drowned it there because what it was, my mother, I was this young that I asked my mom, I said, "What is, you know how pools have that rope going across it with the floats to separate the shallow from the deep end?"
Yeah.
You know, and I asked my mother, she said, "Well, that's the deep end. That's over my head, blah, 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 blah." And she wasn't watching, and it's just like, well, you know, it's one of these small pools. So when you got to that rope, it basically went straight down. Whoa. It didn't go down at a slow slope. It went basically straight down because there was a diving board. And in order to have a diving board, you've got to have at least 12 feet of water because you could hurt yourself otherwise by diving. But anyways, I actually drowned it. I found out that I had been dead for a while. The only thing I remember before I went unconscious was my poor mom. Well, God bless her. Yeah. Anyways, let's not talk about her. She was a roly-poly. She couldn't get down. She couldn't get down to me. You know, because hefty people with a good bit of extra body mass have a tendency to float. I was skinny, so I had a tendency to sink. But anyways, somebody. All I could see was her trying to get down to me and couldn't, and then I blacked out. And then I got up onto the concrete while I was sitting there. They'd done call the ambulance. Ambulance was there. But the thing was, I was unconscious, eyes closed. But all this time, I was seeing and hearing everything that was going on around me. And I could see it even with my eyes closed. And that is about the closest, near-death experience I've had, basically, except for when
I was... enough, isn't it?
Except for when Dan? What about you, Dan? When you had your accident with the tiger, did you come close to anything like that?
No, nothing like that. I had a friend who was a police sergeant, and he was off duty, and he had a very nice car that he bought, and he came around the corner, and there was a guy on his side of the road, pelting down the road, coming full speed. I don't know what it was, but it was fast.
Yeah.
And it was probably somebody from the USA driving down the wrong damn side of the road. You can't trust them.
He hit him head on, and my friend subsequently died. He died in the crash.
Look, it's a panther.
They came out, they worked on him. If you saw him now, he's still pretty badly. You can tell that he's been in a severe crash. Still he was a police officer up until a few years ago, maybe. I don't know if he still is. He might be. I don't know. But he suffered severe injuries. He was in hospital for 2 years. I think he was in hospital for, where they kept operating on him and trying to sort him out and what have you. And he said that initially he didn't have any recollection of dying, and he passed away twice.
Wow.
And he's now got no recollection of it. He said, I don't really remember anything.
Excuse me.
Until he said, I went for hypnotherapy. But I think the hypnotherapy was for something other than his accident. It was, I don't know, giving up smoking or something it was.
Yeah.
And whatever they'd done, all of a sudden, he tuned into this accident.
Mm.
And then he saw himself rising above himself, looking down at the scene.
Oh, excuse me.
Wow.
And he'd never seen the scene before. He'd never even got it, but he'd obviously been a police officer, so he could still get hold of records.
Yeah.
So what he did, he wrote down what had happened, what he was seeing, logged it all from what the experience he was having out of body, went back to the scene, and looking down on the scene, and then tallying it up to what was in the records was exactly the same.
Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
And he said that he did hear music. He heard beautiful music, and he felt absolutely elated. And he said, I said, what was it like? He went, I didn't really want to effing come back.
That sounded more like astral projection. Mm-hmm.
I don't know because I don't, but it was, he obviously had no recollection until whatever they'd done unlocked something in him. And then all of a sudden he remembered death and what happened after the death and how he's pulled back into his body.
Yeah. Well, see, that sounds like that was a near-death experience that was locked away in his subconscious, and the key was lost physically. Exactly. And then all of a sudden, somebody unlocked that door.
Yeah.
And the reason why he could remember seeing exactly the same as that was due to, but yet never being there, was due to astral projection.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how that happens, is due to astral projection. And then he says that he feels like he was drawn back into his body. A lot of times when you talk to people who have had astral projection, they will talk about that you feel yourself being pulled back into the physical body. So that sounds like to me he had it, but yet he suppressed the memory of it until somebody unlocked it. And sometimes a traumatic experience can cause you to lock things away and you lose your memory until, a matter of fact, they've got there's a certain name for it, some kind of amnesia. But yet sometimes it can come back, sometimes never. It can come back in a day. It could come back in 10 years. Nobody knows.
What about you, Jay? Jay, have you had anything like that?
I haven't had anything like that. Only when I had surgery on my hand. You know, it goes into the tunnel, and that was it. I don't know if that was the gas working. I haven't had anything like it. Only when I've had surgery on my hand, and when I went to the dentist to have my wisdom tooth out. You know, when you try and fight the gas, it's like, no, I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to sleep, and it goes, see you later.
Oh God,
and you're out for the count.
I love the gas.
That's the only time that I've experienced anything like it. So that's why I've been kind of quiet, because I haven't had anything experienced, and I'm trying to suckle down.
I watched.
What are you moaning about, Bill?
I watched Steve-O the other day.
Nitrous oxide. Oh,
I watched Steve-O
I used to have a hot rod car that ran off nitrous oxide to make it go faster. Yes. I had double lines to it. One for the car, one for me. Because back then it was just straight nitrous oxide, laughing gas. Now over here in the United States, they got smart to that because of dumbasses like me. Oh, I'm sorry, Facebook. Anyways, but they got used to people like me, and they started putting ammonia in it. Try to inhale that stuff. Oh God! It only takes once to understand why you do not do NOS plus. That plus will kick your butt.
I used to like they used to give you, when I had surgery, they give me pre-meds before they put me under.
The pills?
And like these pre-meds were, freaking amazing. They injected it into me, and it was just
the shot.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But yeah, no, I've not had anything like that. I mean, the nearest thing I think I've had to it, and again, the mind's an amazing thing. It can play tricks on you, can't it? The only thing I've had close to it was I was laying in bed once when I was living at my mum's. And I remember looking down on myself at my face, right from here, looking down at my face.
Yeah.
And staring yourself out.
It was sort of I let myself asleep, but I was fully awake, and it was. But I don't know whether that was.
Let's go back to astral projection. Now there again. Let me state this: astral projection does not have to be a near-death thing. A lot of people can do astral projection on a whim. They can do it just on their own, just by going into a meditative state.
Yeah, some people can train, can't they?
Now, see, I do it, but that's when I go into not a meditated state, but a medicated state. I can do it.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying. So yeah, you actually might have a what can we say? A skill that you didn't know about. Maybe you can ask.
Well, it's very well hidden because I've not been able to find it since.
Well, if you can see, the thing is, if you can astral project, that means you can go on vacations and not have to pay the money for airfare.
I can arsehole project.
Do what?
I can arsehole project. I've done that a few times. When I've had something to eat.
Okay. I'm understanding. I'm trying to keep it together here. That's exactly it, Chantel.
That's what I was on about, Chantel.
That's what he was talking about. Astral projection. Yeah. In other words, talking from his other hole. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Get more sense out of the other one.
I was going to say the smarter one.
Yeah.
I wish this cat would stop showing me his hole. That's all I know.
That is a black hole, isn't it? Silence for years.
Oh, I love cats. Mm-hmm.
Well, it has to get involved, but
I love cats. You know, you know what kind of cat I like. Now, Viv, you might going to hate me for this,
the black
but
pussy.
the cats I like are called cell cats.
Cell cats? What's that?
SAIL cats. Cell cats. That's the one that's gotten run over on the road 10, 12 times out on a hot, sunny day. It's all flat and everything. And you pick it up and you throw it like a Frisbee. That's a cell cat.
That's a Frisbee.
I'm allergic to cats. They get around, I stop breathing for some reason.
Not just Viv.
What was that? What'd she say? Viv just shakes her head, embarrassed.
Not just Viv, Chantel.
I've been shaking my head, but it's because I'm embarrassed by myself.
Yeah, me too. I'm
of myself or something like that. Anyways,
I'm terribly embarrassed by myself.
I'm seeing this big blue box down here. You're in the show. Everyone can see and hear you. I'm excited.
Don't get too excited.
I'm trying to keep myself down.
Keep yourself down. Yeah. I love these American phrases. They're brilliant.
I don't need that. Didn't even mean anything. That just came out of my mouth. That ain't no saying. that just happened to come out.
Dad,
I have all these people in my head that keep talking, and just certain ones every once in a while come out. And I'm trying to keep them. I'm trying to keep them down.
You know it was. You know what it is, Bill. It's your secret twin, Dan, sending you telepathic messages.
We're getting cross lines.
We've got me and Dan. We have ESP. It's called extra.
We do.
Extra stupid personality. Exactly. That's how we link up. Extra stupid personality. That's it.
Exactly. Oh, John.
All right, John.
Oh, John, what you got to say?
I will say I do like that cat though, because is it all black?
He's
Is it solid black? No, is it solid black?
Or he's known as a black tabby.
But no white on him or nothing. Just
no
all black.
All black.
He's like black and dark black.
He's actually black, brown.
But you can see the tabby stripes in him.
You can see the tabby stripes.
Yeah, he's black and dark black, right? Now, there's shades of black. I can prove that. Go look in my closet. Because if you think about it, every time you've seen me, I've had a black shirt on.
Yeah.
I also have black pants on.
Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
My jeans are black. Johnny Cash is a great guy, but it has nothing to do with it. I tell people the reason why I have even my socks are black. My underwear. Well, I could care less about my underwear, but anyways.
So long as they're clean.
It's
so long as they're clean. So long as they're clean.
If nothing else, I just turn them inside out and wear them a second day. But anyways.
But you never know when you're going to go out and get hit by a car, and the paramedics don't want dirty.
Good. Let's surprise them. because believe me, if I get into a car wreck,
you'd be like that cat.
I was going to say, if I get into a car wreck and I see it coming, chances are it don't have to worry about if anything was there at the beginning, because there will be something there at the end of the wreck. And see, now I was saying something on the other one, and now I forgot what my brain went on a Bahama cruise and left me standing at the curb with the luggage. Damn. Oh, the black. Yes, I tell every once in a while I have a little loop thing there go on, and just like the old 8-track tapes. Yeah, it just didn't click. The tape wore out. But anyways, I tell people that the reason why everything I have is pretty much black or shades of black, because black is so easy to match.
And it's slimming.
I don't know about slimming. I can stand side. It's not on me. It ain't. If I stand sideways, it actually depends. If I'm standing up against a white wall, no, black makes it stand out even more. And you really want to see something funny, put on black and white stripes that go up and down. Then you see the Buddha belly in full life 3D type.
I'll tell you what, if I put a plain black t-shirt on and stand against a wall, people think it's a train tunnel.
They don't.
I was going to say, with the shape and everything, if it's dark, probably think it was the train coming through the tunnel. So yeah. But anyways.
The old
pencil, just a wooden pencil to rewind a cassette tape.
Mm-hmm. I remember doing that as a kid.
Oh God!
I have.
And then, if nothing else, when you're on the run, you always kept what we call a BIC, B-I-C, BIC ink pen. It's the one that had the clear thing.
Yeah,
the BIC pen. Those were the same size as a pencil, and you could sit there and turn it. Cassette tape.
The cat's getting excited.
Cassette tape. I've got some cassette tapes. Yeah. Matter of fact, I still have. I mentioned about an 8-track earlier. Does everybody remember what an 8-track tape is?
Yeah.
No. I'm
Jay,
too
you
young.
don't know what an 8-track. You're too young.
No, mate.
Okay. Viv, do you know what an 8-track is?
No.
You're too young too. Then okay.
She does.
She probably does. Just can't remember it.
Oh, is that a record? Is it?
No. It's a tape. It's a big tape. It's a big clunky thing that you put into a tape player, and it has 4 tracks on it, but it plays 2 at a time to get stereo.
Oh, okay.
And it's a big, thick tape, wide tape. But anyways, I still have.
Can you read that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Radioactive. Oh, I love that song, Radioactive. I love that.
Morris Gross is on there from 1998.
Or is that a group, Radioactive? Because there's a song that's called Radioactive.
I was still in high school in 98.
98? Oh, my God, 98. What was I doing?
I was on 98.
98, I was getting out of my second marriage at that time.
Oh, John. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're obviously 98.
It's gone.
But anyways, I was saying, I still have a 8-track cassette tape recorder.
Brilliant.
And some blank tapes.
Brilliant.
And a player. I've still got the full setup. Mm-hmm.
Fantastic for ghost hunting.
Well, no, this is a big thing for a stereo system. This is a console.
Oh, is it a massive one you've got?
This is a recorder and everything. Oh no, 8-track tape, the cartridge type.
Yeah. You used to have car stereos. Used to have them, didn't they, years ago?
Now, some car, but now what you were about to say, there was a reel-to-reel tape.
Spool to spool, we call them over here. Yeah.
Over here we call them reel-to-reel. And now those, if you're going to have a location that you're going to be going to, and you're going to be setting up a command, you can actually, what you do, those usually can work on a 8 to 16 track system.
They're amazing.
You can have that mini mic set up and go from track to track. And it's going to pick up things that other things don't pick up.
They're amazing pieces of kit.
Yeah,
they're hard to get hold of now. Here, they're quite expensive.
I've only seen them in the movies.
Oh no, they're expensive, but I can get a hold of them easy over here, but they are expensive.
Like Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
I got a TEAC. It's called a TEAC. I've got one of those. That's a real, and it's 16 track, but it's in the shed. Yeah, it was part of my old recording.
Lovely piece.
Where is it, Bill?
Over in my shed.
Oh, okay.
So I'm having a close-up look at what's in Bill's room.
What did you think I said, Jay?
I'm not going to say it online, but
no, please say it.
No, I can't.
Type it in comments then. I'm curious what you heard. What could be heard out of shed?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Shed?
Shit.
Yeah. Over here, shed.
Is that what you thought you heard?
Oh, what? He think he heard shite?
Yeah.
No. Shed. SHED. Shed.
It's the accent, Jay.
That is a small building that is not attached to your home that you keep your lawnmower in, your tractor, whatever. That is a shed. Shite is what you leave in the bathroom.
Or a jobby.
And please use the paper and do the paperwork correctly.
Yeah.
Or else you will be doing like Bill was talking about earlier. You'll be going to a car wreck with shite.
Shite. Or skid marks.
Skid marks.
Skid marks.
Yeah. I always like to do the positive traction 2 lines instead of just
we call them 11s.
It takes practice to get that one down.
Oh dear! I think your room, Bill, it's just got so much going on in that room.
Oh man, I've got to start doing some stuff in here. I've got to because I've got stuff spilling over to my bedroom now. Because see, me and my wife, we have our own separate bedroom because, to be honest, at nighttime, I thought I was having sleep apnea problem. Waking up at night.
Is that your phone?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I can take care of that real quick.
Yeah, just answer it.
Yeah.
That's done.
Hello, Bill.
It's done. I don't know who it was. Whoever it was just got picked up on and hung up on me.
It might be important.
If it's important, they'll call back. That's the way I look at it. And
Or leave a message.
And if it was that important, my wife would have picked up. Otherwise, without her picking up.
Bill, what's the time in America over your gaff?
Do what now? Time over
What's
in America?
The time where you are?
Oh, we're 5 hours behind you.
Oh, okay.
Jay, he doesn't know what gaff means.
What means?
It means house or home.
Gaff. Yeah, sorry.
No, we have a house.
I'm not explaining because we could be here for another 2 hours.
Gaff.
Slang for house, Bill.
Oh, I understand what you're saying. A gaff is a house.
It's It's actually a London term, isn't it? Gaff.
Yeah, gaff.
Now, is that London City or London proper?
Proper London.
Proper London, yeah.
I should have said crib, really.
Now that one I knew.
American. So that's
that one I
American,
knew,
isn't it? Yeah.
No, it's not American. No, it's not.
Is it not?
That's still Euro, but it's.
Is it?
You would hear. See over here. If you hear of a gaff, that is somebody who is in the movie field. They do a gaffer.
Okay. Gaffer. Yeah.
Gaffer. Oh, yeah, gaffers over here, bosses. We call bosses gaffers.
Well, see, over here, they're stagehands. Movie stagehands over here, gaffers or movie stagehands. They do stuff, background scene changes and stuff.
Yeah,
that's what they are. Yeah. So when you said a gaff, I thought that's what you were talking about. Gaff. What are we talking about now? Why you British got to be so extra? Just say how. Chantel, you in the USA? Okay,
Chantel,
cool.
It's because Jay's common. You see, that's why he says gaff.
Common.
I am.
How dare you?
Jay, can you put on a Cockney accent?
What do you want me to say?
Anything you want to.
I'll give you a bullseye.
See, then I can call you common now. I did spend some time over in the UK. I was in Ascot for a couple of years.
Ascot. That's posh. That's posh.
That is posh.
And that we were, the big girls. What used to be the girls' school over there. Our company.
Yes,
there was a big
school.
girl. There was a big company, girls' school over there, and our company bought it and turned it into I had to go over there and study for 2 years. A company called Pelucius bought it. It's a German company. But went there. So I spent I had to learn that the sidewalks roll up at 6 o'clock in the evening.
Yes,
at 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, you go home. You do whatever. Now you continue drinking and stuff at home. But
do you know what?
I also had to get used to that over there. You can drink breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever. It don't matter. Over here in the United States, you better not if you're working. Go ahead.
Wentworth and Ascot is posher than Bel Air in Beverly Hills.
Bel Air, yeah.
No, really, I didn't think so.
That's Clearwater, isn't it?
God, Atlanta's
lots of gentry live around Ascot, don't they? And all the girls that go to the ladies' schools there all come from big money families, don't they?
Oh, okay. It's moldy money. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, I was going to say Atlanta, where I live, is more posh than what Ascot was to me.
Wentworth. I think it's a part of Ascot called Wentworth.
Matter of fact, over at Ascot, I turned a lot of heads while I was over there.
I can imagine you did.
I think with my accent and the way I dressed and everything, because maybe so.
Because you look like Dan. You see, Dan's got a lot of fans over here.
Jay. Hello, Jay.
Oh no, back then you would not recognize me from now to then. I'll have to show you a picture sometimes. I'll send you a picture over Messenger of what I used to look like until I turned 50. When I turned 50, that's when I started looking like this. But before I was 50, I was probably maximum. Well, now this is pounds and not stones. So
Somerset, Chantal. Sorry.
I weighed about 165 pounds soaking wet, and that was it. So,
What's that in stone?
West Country, Chantal, we're my heritage.
In stones, I'm not sure what the difference is. How many pounds does one stone equal? I think it's what, 30 pounds?
13 pounds.
13 pounds.
I think. I might be wrong, but I think it
13.
is.
I thought it was either 13 or 30, so it must be 13 pounds. Okay, divide 13 into 165, and that's how many stones I weighed.
Well, there you go then.
But that's skinny. But that's skinny for 6 foot.
You had long hair. You had long hair, didn't you, when you was younger? Long hair.
Up until I was 32, and I had a bad accident. Up until I was 32, I was about 11 stone 2, 11 stone 3. So it was very, very thin, anorexic almost looking. And I used to have long hair in a ponytail. And I looked, you wouldn't know it was me. You would not. The photo of me now and a photo.
See, he's my doppelganger. That's what I said.
Exactly. Twins. See.
But see, the thing was with me though, I had short hair all the way because my dad being a barber, I kept a crew cut. Then I went into military, which kept it short.
Yeah.
And then I became a barber, kept my hair short.
We've got an inferior system, Chantal, because we run the world.
Yeah. I was gonna.
I'm keeping my mouth shut.
So am I.
Hang on, I didn't say we did it well. I just said we did.
I'm keeping my mouth shut. I'm going back thinking about the gas.
Gas.
Save some for me, Bill.
Share and share alike is what I say.
Hey, come on over. Come on over. I got a tank of it.
Line each. Brilliant.
And I'll even give you one of these too while you're over here.
Oh, mate, brilliant.
Delta 8. Nice. Delta 8.
Mine is
nice.
THC. This is THC pen.
Oh no, mine is.
Is it good?
It
now,
what it is, I've got a dry throat from talking because I take meds to keep going. So, but Delta 8 is a THC derivative from hemp, and hers is just a vape that just tastes good. Does it have any nicotine in it, Viv?
Yeah, 18 milligrams.
See,
dragon fruit.
God.
Wow.
18 milligrams of nicotine?
Yeah.
That's enough almost to kill a person.
18 milligrams. 18 milligrams. Hang on.
That is horrible. 18. Wow.
It's dragon fruit.
I could care less about the dragon fruit. I'm talking about the nicotine.
THC pen is for girls.
Just smoke it.
THC pen. Hey, put it like this, Chantal. I might agree, but I am in touch with my feminine side. Thank you very much. But no, what it is that I also
puts his little pinky up when he smokes it.
Hey, when I smoke this, I do.
Now there's posh.
Is that illegal then in your state?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Still illegal over here. It's illegal over here. We're not allowed.
They legalized it though, haven't they?
Just
in
recently,
some states in America.
Now y'all have Now y'all have CBD.
CBD oil, yes.
Y'all got CBD. Rubbish. No, it ain't. Not if you get the right stuff. I used to do it. Believe me, I believe in it. It works on pain.
We're not allowed the right stuff over here, Bill.
It don't get you. No, some of the stores over there have CBD. Over in the UK have CBD.
It's called CBD, but it's not.
Oh, it's not like ours.
No,
it's cannabis.
Ours is actual oil from the hemp plant.
Exactly.
Yes.
Over here, it's nothing. Yeah. It's like a derivative of a derivative of a derivative of a derivative. So you get down to the point where there's nothing there.
Yeah. No, okay. But no, but as I was going to say though, I have chronic. What?
There's a question.
Chantal's asked you a question.
So whose feminine side do you touch? And are you allowed to? I said my own feminine side. And if I want to meet any strange, I just go to the left. Any more questions? Like I said, be careful what you ask me. I don't sugarcoat stuff.
Does it cost a fortune, John? I didn't know that. I didn't
Does what cost a fortune?
I think she's the
THC.
THC, yeah.
This cost me $20 a pen, which would be equivalent to y'all of about
$15. About 15.
About 15, give or take.
Yeah,
probably
about 15 quid, Dan.
Maybe 16 quid. So that's not bad. Oh, the
CBD oil.
CBD oil over here.
Expensive.
Actually, CBD oil is actually cheaper than the THC is.
Wow, over here, Von was saying over here it costs a fortune.
Oh wow!
It's about 30 quid a bottle, I think.
I can get a big bottle. I can get a 60 milliliter bottle of pure CBD, cold press. Now this is not put over no heat. This is cold press oil. You actually even see some of the little bits and pieces of the hemp plant in there. But I can get a 60 milliliter bottle for $40, which would be y'all's price about $35 to $32.
Wow, that's a lot. Do you know?
Quid. 32 quid.
I bought this with THC on the black market, so just that part there.
Yeah.
Don't rub that too hard, Viv.
For my mother, for reasons, and it cost me £100
oh my
THC.
God, somebody
£100.
They saw you coming. What did I miss that they're laughing about?
Yeah, because I was rubbing this.
Y'all dirty-minded people.
They're just bastards, they are.
Oh my God.
That brings back memories.
If y'all were that
too long ago.
If y'all were in that mindset, hold on.
Oh God, what's he doing now?
Oh, that makes sense.
I'm not.
Where's Bill gone?
He's got to get something. He's going
to come back with a massive hubbly bubbly pipe.
He's going to roll a spliff, isn't he? Oh, dear.
It's Richard Head.
Richard Head, dickhead.
Richard Head. Oh, that's brilliant.
You too.
What you talking about me as well, Von?
You filthy, dirty-minded people.
I'm not going to ask what you use that for. I really do not.
Do what now?
I said I'm not going to ask what you use that for.
It's just one that somebody sent me. I mean, it's just like the GIMP mask back here. What do I use it for? Nothing really.
They just look cool, don't they? Some of them just look cool. Some of them masks.
Yeah. I mean, actually, all of them do. Actually, all of them look cool in their own special way. Okay, Chantel.
Richard Head, that was.
That my dear, was Richard Head, and his friends call him Dick. And if I need to go, if that ain't subtle enough, we will just say Dickhead.
Well, this is nothing to do with
the brain that most men think from. Yeah,
I think
pretty much.
Nothing to do with past life, but never mind. Oh, that was fun earlier.
I don't know. I think I saw my life flash in front of me there.
I did as well, I think, Dan, to be fair.
I mean, I can come back with all sorts of things.
Yeah, but you didn't rub it. So long as he doesn't rub it,
no,
that's fine.
No, because I can't. Never mind.
Sorry.
Never mind.
I better put my mic on mute because I was
about to say Jewish gathering looks circumcised.
It was.
There's not enough joy gel in the world for that thing, though, is there? Really? Let's be honest.
Yeah, we get it in 5-gallon buckets.
Oh, sorry.
What you do is you just dip your head and then go.
My stomach's gone.
You can get it in some of the tightest places too, with the proper additives.
Get here from near-death experiences to big
that
was a near-death experience for me. I thought I was going to come back as a big. Yeah,
near-death experiences. I think that's what the topic should have been.
My ribs
and
are
see, and
I
claim to be an asshole, and then that comes up. You know, hey.
God.
That's what she said. Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry. See, that's the reason why y'all should have let me go when I wanted to go.
No,
you're fine.
It's y'all's
fault. You're fine, Bill.
It's y'all's fault. Y'all could have actually had a good educational show today.
We have.
But
really.
No, instead, you bring me in.
It's taught me a lot, to be fair.
Then we go to a comedy show. Anyways, do what?
Have you seen our shows? Good intellectual show. You've obviously not seen us before then.
That's the reason why I came in here. I figured we needed something to kind of liven it up a little bit. No, I'm kidding. You know that. Well, thank you, Vaughn. Thank you. I try to do my best. I will be here all week, and don't forget to tip the waitresses.
we will have a vote to see how many people think that you two could be related. I think that's got to happen.
I think so.
Jay, throw your hand up there, boy. There you go. That's better.
Good luck.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, look, he's sucking on something too. How about that? You gonna say that? You gonna say he's got to be in touch with his feminine side too, Chantel? Mm-hmm. And he's even got a size thing going on too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how big's yours compared to ours?
Bigger than ours.
Yeah, look at the size of that compared to ours.
Hey, mess with me. Hold on.
No, here we go. No, he started it.
All I got to do is drag the tank out.
Oh, it's got a British one.
Yeah, limited edition. I'm trying to give it away and nobody wants it. Even people over in the UK don't want it.
No.
I don't know why. Is the Union Jack that unpopular? No, I'll kid aside. But
we could send you a duck. We could send you a duck for your shelf, so you can put the Union Jack.
A rubber duck.
We got to send him a duck with hair on it.
Yeah,
put on your shelf.
Like a punk rock duck with the Union Jack.
Well, see, the thing is, with what y'all are looking at right there. Okay, you get it, Chantel. Let's go now.
Come on over, Chantel.
That's the only thing I have never shown before, so I figured that's what you wanted to see. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Oh, God. It looks like a mole in a turtleneck shirt. Anyways, I didn't say that. I'm sorry.
Daddy's just as bad as you as well, isn't he? You two definitely are related. You two are related.
What I was going to say, though, what y'all are looking at right there behind me is only a quarter of this room. The other 3/4 of this room has just as much stuff in it, if not more. I've got stuff in boxes here that ain't even been taken out yet.
Wow.
I still haven't put up my haunted doll that I had since that I've gotten Christmas. I haven't put her up in her place yet.
Oh, what real haunted doll or
do what?
Real haunted doll.
Oh yes. The spirit of a little girl. You can hear her. You can hear her sobbing and crying at night. And
oh wow.
Stuff. Yeah.
Have you've had activity from it then, Bill?
Maybe not. Don't know.
I've got a haunted doll. She's up there.
I dream stuff, so I don't know.
It's my haunted doll, but she's not very haunted.
I have I got other haunted stuff too. We've got a spirit that lives in this house. That's when you were talking about shadows. I thought that's what you meant. But this one though, you can actually tell the features of it though. You can tell the long hairs, slender face, what color the hair is, and all that.
Was it a lady?
See a clown.
But it's my there's a bunch of clowns in here.
That's Jamie,
including myself.
At the back, it looks like John Wayne Gacy's head.
John Wayne.
Yeah, I see it straight in front.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Back.
You ain't talking about him, are
That's
you?
It.
No,
straight in front.
No, not right there. That's
on the curtain.
Oh, that's just a headless clown, evil clown. That ain't John Wayne Gacy, no ma'am. But thank you. But yeah, I could see where you might think that. But yeah, the one that's up toward the front though, that is actually taken from one of the old Ringling Brother clowns. Yeah, I see that.
Clowns are arseholes.
I have my own personal clown mask also that I wear when I go out different places sometimes when I go to haunts and stuff. Because I also will go to haunts, to haunted during Halloween and stuff.
So
haunted houses and stuff. So I actually have my own personal mask that you will not see anywhere else. It's a clown mask. I do a clown.
So you're an arsehole, according to Chantel.
That's fine. I tell everybody. I tell everybody I'm an asshole. I tell them I worked hard on it. I perfected it. And to some people, I am Mr. Asshole.
You got a degree. You got a degree in it.
Yeah, I mean, I worked hard for it. I mean, I've practiced this stuff now for over 67 years.
You'll always be Richard Head now, forever in my eyes.
Yes, thank you, Richard Head. And my friends call me Dick.
Richard Head.
I don't mind. It don't bother me. Just wait till you hear what I call you.
You'll be Sir Richard Head from now on.
Sir Richard of the Head.
No, Sir Richard Head. I like that. Sir Dickhead.
Sir like Richard Head. Yeah.
I was knighted.
Yes, you're a knight.
I love it. I was knighted.
You're a knight of the realm.
Thank you. Just as long as I don't have to bow down before the inbreeder. What's her name? Queen
Elizabeth.
God save the Queen. That would be fun.
So what's it?
She smokes.
I don't care. I still like to shave her head. I'd shave the Queen. Anyway.
She smokes.
I think she does. She smokes like a chimney.
Pot.
I bet she does.
I bet she does. That's the only thing that's kept her going this long.
Yeah.
I mean, how old is she? About 1,000?
Yeah, about that. Give or take a year or two.
I think she's almost older than me.
She's 95, isn't she?
I think she is in her 90s. I think. One-eyed yogurt slinger.
I prefer the term "my spitting cobra."
Oh, we're back on that.
No.
Are we talking about Willie the One-Eyed Wonder Worm?
We weren't on it until Chantal showed up.
Or Mr. Johnson?
Oh, God. That's funny.
Chantel, this was your fault on that one now.
Yeah, but I think that was more like a German helmet.
Which one?
Sir Richard Head.
Sir Richard Head.
I think he's German.
No, that wouldn't be German. No. Well, I've got German in me. Or I've got German blood in me. Let's put it that way. With the way y'all been laughing lately, I don't want to touch the other one. I got German blood in me. Oh, yeah. I first said I've got German in me, and I was waiting for Dan and Jay to start laughing, and you too.
I thought that'd be rude, and I thought, nah, bollocks.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
It's only because I started rubbing this. That's all it was.
I'm sorry. We're not on the down low.
No.
But anyways, yeah, it was Bill's fault.
Has anyone got any questions? Any good questions?
Somebody asked something. I think we got scared everybody else off. Only Chantel's here now. And Vaughn.
Just Chantel, isn't it? And Vaughn. Vaughn was here.
I think we scared everybody. Vaughn was here. Vaughn's even left now.
We scared her off, I think.
We got 3 people.
This ain't turning. This live is just turning into a regular little pool session here. See, she got it.
Oh, Vaughn's still here.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Oh, hey, Vaughn. But Chantel, you knew exactly where my brain was. That's it. Mm-hmm.
Well, Jay's got Liverpool in him. He's a Scouser.
Yeah,
I got some Northern in me.
Exactly, Liverpool's not a town?
It's a city.
Okay, why would you say but
it's a Scouser.
See,
he's a Northerner.
We wouldn't say that I have some Atlanta blood in me. That to us, Atlanta ain't nothing.
Oh,
it's
over
Georgia. The state of Georgia is the something.
Right, okay, yeah.
The cities aren't.
Over here,
the only thing the cities are is whether you're rich or poor.
I would say I've got a lot of West Country blood in me, which is Devon, Dorset, Cornwall, all around there. You know where
y'all's
Liverpool sees itself as a different like.
Well, you got two different. Liverpool. I was thinking London. Never mind.
So that's the bird that used to live in the city there. On my top.
The liver bird
there.
And that's the liver bird. There's 2 of them, and you come off the Mersey.
That's
you can
That's
see
it.
with the liver birds on the building.
Yeah, Mersey.
That's
That's a river. I know what that is.
Mersey,
a river.
yeah.
The
so
Mersey.
you've heard of the Beatles, haven't you, Bill?
Who?
The Beatles.
Yeah, we have some that come in the house every once in a while that we kill.
Swat with a newspaper.
Oh, are you talking about those people I saw back in 1960?
Lulu, yeah. Lulu.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, the ones that all of them wore the same kind of haircut.
That's it. They're from Liverpool.
I even had to say, I know where they're from.
Yeah.
And Lulu, Cilla Black.
I know where Liverpool is.
Well, I've got Indian blood in me. I'm half Indian, like India, the country.
I was going to say Gandhi, Indian.
Yeah. Sasrikal and all that business.
Yeah.
Not Sitting Bull. And
No.
I said Sitting Bull, Jay, not Shiting Bull.
It's weird. We got everything in us, haven't we, us lot? My great-grandfather came from Chicago.
Cool. Oh, whoa. Your great-grandfather came from Chicago. But his parents came from where?
I think we're also American, but their parents, I think, were Irish.
Okay, I was going to say, so they were spud throwers. Okay, got it.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were.
Got
and they
it.
went
Good
over
people,
there and
good people. Yeah, they had their own little. Everyone had their own little group. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait,
Chantel. All of that, didn't you?
You're about to check it.
Some report. Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
I agree. I mean, I just have to fold it once.
I heard a rumor. And
it's true. It is true. It is real.
This is going to sound racist, but
it's me.
Trust me, it's not. But only the West Indian fellas have the biggest appendages.
No, I think a horse does.
Yeah.
I think a horse does.
We're not talking about horses or animals. We're talking about people.
We were just talking about
horse that comes from West Indies.
You never said people.
I meant people.
You never said people. You were just talking about the thing.
The thing on people. The thing.
And at that point, I thought that most common one that you usually see that would be bigger would be a horse. Pigs have rather interesting. Pigs have rather interesting ones also. They're weird.
Ask Madonna. I would want to go around them all to find out.
Madonna knows, yeah. Madonna knows, yeah. But all kidding aside, probably. But anyways,
yeah.
I'm not going to go check, so I really don't care. I mean,
that's just a woman thing.
I just think about every once in a while. And never mind. I can't even do that. It's more of a showing thing than a telling thing. So,
We got 15 minutes left of the show. So
won't we actually talk about Ghost or something then?
Yeah. Do you want to chat about anything in particular now? Or Jan?
I ain't got nothing to say.
Oh, me?
I ain't got nothing to say.
We're just chiming in.
Just a whistle for the last 15 minutes. 15 minutes of this, that'll see us out, won't it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I've got a question.
You could always play the Benny Hill theme,
Bill,
yes, ma'am. Yes.
Do you have a fascination? Because I want to get this.
I've got a lot of fascinations, but go ahead.
So, do you like animals by any chance?
I respect them. Dan's got me different on that. No, me and Dan are not the same on that. I respect animals, but I would not work at a zoo.
That's fair enough.
But see, I do take care. I did raise and breed reptiles though. Them I like, but I love reptiles. But I associate with them.
Don't like snakes.
I associate with snakes and reptiles. Matter of fact, right there is the cage of a bearded dragon.
There you go.
That's Spot. That's Spot. I blame you for this tangent with your no. It started when Viv was rubbing it.
Bigfoot. I would say a West Indian Bigfoot.
Sasquatch, Bigfoot, they're all the same. Grassman, they're all the same.
I think Dogman might have a big one.
Nah.
Dogman.
I think Sassy's got them beat.
Loch Ness.
And I don't know about Nessie. Now, Nessie is sort of the feminine name. So Nessie is sort of the feminine name to me. So it might have a bigger tail.
Oh, I even love spiders, Von. In fact, spiders are one of my favourites.
I got spiders too. I've got
more. I love spiders.
I've got a curly hair. She's in the other room.
I don't know what the fascination is.
I used to have the maned wolf, lovely animal. I used to have a collection of spiders. I think I had about 70 at one point.
Well, I want to get the cobalt blue one, but
yeah.
They're kind of over here. I'd have to pay. I'd get one for $1.50 over here, which ain't too bad. But that's one of the old.
That's not bad.
No, it's not. But that's one of the what I like about it. That's one of the old world that you don't play with. I like that because the only reason I got Morticia, because if anybody ever asked me if I had a fear, I had to say snakes.
Yeah, mine. That's mine is.
Not snakes. God, duh. Why did I even say that? I mean, with spiders. Oh, I love snakes. I'm sorry, Jay, but I don't know why. I think I was.
I don't know.
Jay, I think I was reading your mind, Jay. That's the reason why I said snakes. I think you hooked up on that extra stupid personality that me and Dan got going.
That's how we get on.
I think you chimed in on that one.
He might be the third twin.
But Dan, what it was is I had to get me a spider to get over the fear of it, and I got a curly hair. And believe it or not, to this day, I've had her now it's a female because she's over 3 years old, and a curly hair male only lives 3 years.
Yeah.
So if it lives over 3 years, it's a female. I never sexed it. I never got the shedding out in order to check the da-da-da and all that. So I just waited, and it's a she. But,
I think it's the legs that does it, or the fairy legs, the legs that does it with the spiders, to be fair.
What did it with me with the spider were the fangs. I mean, if you look at Morticia's fangs, she's got some big fangs.
It's true, it's happened, Chantel.
I agree.
Big probably is like Chantel.
That's why I never leave the house.
That would be a good one for you to investigate. Why don't you get a funding and go investigate that and see who has got the bigger member of the family?
I'm going to.
That was a nice way to say it.
I'm going to the Bigfoot Museum in North America next at the end of the month.
That's over there in the West Midwest, up around Oregon and Washington area. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask Cliff Barrettman if he's there, I'm going to ask him about Bigfoot's appendage.
Ask him if he's ever got a plaster print of it.
Of that. I know they've got one of his buttocks.
I know. I was watching that show. That's what I'm saying. What you should do is say, have you gotten one of his member implant made by Satan? I can maybe understand that, Chantel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what I was going to say, though, real quick about that spider, even though I've had it for over 3 years, close to 4, I've only touched it once.
Really?
I see no reason to pick her up. I know they say you can. Like I said, it's a Mexican curly hair. And
what's the point of having a spider then if you don't want to pick it up?
To get over the fear, okay?
Right.
Why do you get married? Why do you get married? So you can get over the fear.
That's why.
Sometimes it shows you why you should fear it. It proves the fear.
Okay.
Getting married.
I think personally,
But anyway, but the spider, I love looking at her and everything. Plus, also too, she's sort of a recluse anyway. Not a recluse spider, but she's sort of a recluse because I can open up the cage and she'll go taking off. So she's shy anyway. So why piss her off? Because her fangs are probably about a ½ inch long now.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little bit too much for my fingers because I'm also allergic to bee stings. And being allergic to bee stings, her venom can also put me into alphabet shock, whatever. I can't say that word. Could kill me. That's the easy way to put it. It's easier to spell.
They are lovely, though. Yeah.
See, Chantel, same thing. Never picked her up. I mean,
and the thing too,
well, the thing is too, if you pick it up, it starts losing its hairs too.
It
makes it look like it's got the mange. See, mine, you can look at mine and she's perfectly hairy all over. It's beautiful, beautiful stuff.
A lot of them, the ones that aren't used to it, they've got urticating hairs. So what they do is they use their back hind legs to flick the hairs off their quarters, and it becomes irritant because the hair's got tiny little barbs on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sticks into you like fiberglass. It itches.
But mine was so used to it because I pick them up ever since, got them straight away, sort of spiderlings, and then hang rid, and they were fine with it.
We've gone off topic.
Oh yeah,
what's the topic? Name one. Go ahead, please. Ask a question, please.
The topic is Sir Richard Head.
Right. No, it's not. Bri, ask a question, please. We need a direction.
Those are called scopula. Chantel.
We have lost.
They're called scopulas. They use them to push out moisture, and it allows them to
those are
climb up straight walls.
And if you take a close look at them, they are the prettiest paws you've ever seen.
Oh, they're gorgeous. They're beautiful things.
They really are. But Bri, yes, our compass broke. Please give us a direction.
Bri, we were talking about appendages.
No, we were originally talking about near-death experiences.
Which cryptid had the big one?
Normal. And then Viv started rubbing it, and all of a sudden it other things. It was all Viv's fault for rubbing it.
No, it's Dan and Jay's fault.
You could have waited until after the show to rub it, okay?
Let's have nightmares about us.
Okay, let's go back on topic. Okay, let's talk about
they're beautiful
demons. Oh, we never really finished up on the demon thing. Really,
the demons. We got 6 minutes. Let's finish with demons.
Real quick. Demons. Are they real? Do they exist? I feel that they do, but they are very far and few between because demons were never humans. They come through, and they do come from another place, whether you want to call it another realm, whatever. But they are real, but they are not as frequent as some people on TV would have you to believe. Now, evil entity, an evil energy. That can be just an evil person that died and their energy stayed evil. That does not make them a demon.
Bill, why are all the demons, all these demons that all end up in America? So you got more demons over there than anywhere else in the world. So my question is, what the fuck is going on with America? Why are they all over there and not in Russia now?
Because they're trying to get TV ratings. If you don't have ratings, you don't have a show. There's just as many demons other places as there is in the USA. You just have people like Zachary and some of the other. I mean, I put it like this: why do we have so many paranormal shows in the United States?
Yeah.
If y'all had that many paranormal shows in y'all's area, y'all would have as many demons.
Yeah.
The demons are normal everywhere. They are everywhere. They are universal. They are not just on this planet. They exist.
That's because the British are too extra.
No, that's just because y'all don't have enough TV stations and y'all don't have a cable channel that is dedicated directly to the paranormal, basically.
I don't watch it anymore.
That's the travel channel. I won't even watch it.
No, do you know, I think we should do a show. I think it'd be hilarious. And Chantel can come in as well.
I used to do one with another group every week, and that was fun, though. They want me to come back. It was called Rantings of a Madman. And it was just to throw on subjects and stuff, and we would talk about it.
Mm-hmm. We need a TV show over here to just bring the humor and the light entertainment, which is why I love the Ghost Brothers.
See, y'all have
those Ghost Brothers are just amazing to me.
They're from where I live. They're from here in Atlanta.
I think it was Taps that started me off.
Taps was pretty good, yeah. Now they've, demons as you. Here's Brian. Hold it. Wait. We got a real thing. Demons, as you say, were never human. However, entities, I believe, have devolved into demons. Okay, Brian, let's go on this one. You're right. Never have been humans. I said that earlier before you came on. And they are that, but you have people who energies that have devolved into demons, demonic. Well, there we could go back one to being an evil person, or we can go to a person who died while being possessed by a demon, could still be considered demonic.
I think Hitler was a demon.
No, Hitler was a genius. Because what he did not know, he knew how to do it. He surrounded Hitler was not that smart.
Yeah, I've been with
But Hitler surrounded himself with the people who knew. He had his connections. He knew. But Hitler was not, he wasn't actually, he could have been evil. But well, he didn't think too good. Let's put it like that. I mean, anybody who's on a genocide for that perfect race, we got a few screws loose somewhere. Let's talk about this. But Hitler knew who to surround himself with, but he was very much into religion as far as the, let's just say, all the stuff, the Spear of Destiny.
Yes.
You know, the Ark of the Covenant, the Holy Grail, this, that, and all the religious stuff. Plus, he was also interested in alien stuff because people think that Hitler created the first human-made UFO, the Bell, the flying bell.
Yeah,
supposedly, but that was from reverse engineering of a UFO and plans, and he built that, and that is supposedly one of the first built human UFOs. Is that one? So, but yeah, on that one though, like you were saying, you know, just demons have never been human, but you know, hey, what can you say? They're pretty good folks to party with every once in a while.
Yeah, and clowns. They're arseholes too.
Clowns,
especially demonic clowns.
Oh,
now demonic clowns. Now we've got those too, which are or not. I won't go demonic clowns. Only one that's demonic clown, and that's Killjoy. Killjoy is the only demonic clown I know. All the rest are just evil clowns. But
so we got about a minute left, guys.
Thanks, Bryce. Nice to get notice.
There is only a fine line, a very fine line between genius and madness.
That's Jay.
Trust me.
Look at that face. Look at that face of evil.
I was going to say, trust me.
If that doesn't scream like I want to take over the world, I don't know what does.
I can show you the scores that will show you one way. Then
right, listen, guys.
And then I can show you the inside, which will show you the other way. So, yeah, it's very close. But go ahead.
Right.
I'm sorry.
So, we will see you guys next week. We got a couple of seconds left on the show. We don't know what we're going to talk about. We'll come up with something. But I hope you can always join us then. So I'm going to say goodbye. It's 8:00. We got to go.
Bye all.
Bye, Bill. Stay where you are, Bill. Don't go anywhere.